Well, it's October. It is the 1st of October today, and that can only mean one thing. It is time to do Vlogtober. Now, I've showered. It is gone 10:30. We have no milk in the house, so I am going to go to the shop and get some milk so I can have some breakfast. Yeah, I've got a lot of things I need to do today. I've just finished writing up the notes for my podcast, so I need to film that today because it's the only chance I'm going to get. But before I do that, I've got to sort out the corner where I record because there's stuff in the way. And I've got some things that I really want to get finished today as well. I have got a ghost that I've been working on, and I've got some pumpkins I've been working on, but I have run out of stuff in. So I'm going to dig out some old Crochet Society boxes because I know there's stuffing in them, and I'm going to use that until I can get another bag on Tuesday. Unless I really can't wait and I have to order one from Amazon. But yeah, that is pretty much my plans for today. There is a lot going on this month because I've got 2 workshops this week at the shop, and then on Saturday we are going to the Knitting and Stitching show because Stanley is giving a Q&A there. So we're going to go and see him for that. And there's a big group of us going from the shop, so I'll record some of what we get up to because I think it's going to be a bit manic. In the meantime, I am still recovering from COVID. I tested positive just over a week ago after feeling unwell at work, and yeah, it's not been fun. So there may be a lot of coughing. I'm finding it that sometimes I find it very difficult to get a full breath. So for example, just walking up the stairs to get into my flat is putting me out of breath. So I'm taking it one day at a time. And for some reason it feels really dry here, like in my chin, and it's itchy. But there's nothing there. I don't know. And I'm wearing a brand new t-shirt today, which my husband bought me. Because he knows I like Pokemon. Yeah, so that is today's list of things I need to do. Yeah, and I'm almost up to date now with Critical Role as well. So I'm really happy with that. And I best get going, shouldn't I? Because I cannot sit here and talk all day because I need food. So I'll see you in a little bit. We're now on to October 5th, Thursday. I've just made myself a cup of tea and my voice is starting to go again, which is a bit worrying, but I've got 2 weeks left of school, so, you know. Yeah, so I am now all caught up with Critical Role. I have spent the last couple of weeks sort of trying to catch up on those. I think I did like 2 at the weekend. So yeah, all done with that. I've just made myself a cup of tea, so I'm going to sit and have tea and biscuits. And I'm working up another Rainforst Retreat shawl. So this time starting with lavender. And then it's going to go into mint, if I can remember where I put the yarn. It's in here. No idea what that is outside. So this is a mint, which is like a light blue, and then its final colour is light grey, which is like a silver colour. So yeah, that's what I'm going to sit and work on, because again, it's not for me, but I really enjoy the pattern, and it takes me about a week to do, if not less. So I started, when did I start? Monday or Tuesday night I started. I'll have to double check. And I tried to crochet the conventional way, so with the yarn in my left hand and my hook in my right hand, but I found it really tight. And the reason that I am doing this one is because my tension was quite loose and we want a bigger version. So I was trying to do it tight to make sure it didn't go over one ball of yarn for the first colour, because I used over 2 balls for the final colour and I was only given 2 of each colour. However, I have just weighed, I have some of the same colour, same dye lot left over from my dress and my shawl, which is this one, because I didn't use the purple in this in the end, so that's left over from my dress. And I said, well, I only just went into the second ball when I did the first colour, so if I use my bit, I'll swap the lavender for another of the silver grey, the light grey, so that I'm not going to use any extra yarn, and otherwise this would just go to waste, wouldn't it? So I'd have to find something to do with it again. But so that's what I'm going to do. I am going to work up and use my own yarn just for that last, I think it was like 2 rows that I needed yarn for, so it's not an awful lot, and I didn't want to break into a whole new ball for that if I've got some that's the same. Get my drift here? So I'm going to work on that. I have also, because I did the first sock last year, probably around the same time last year, if not earlier, so I have started the second sock, which is a pattern from Morit Mag. What are they called? Shepherdess socks from issue 1 of Morit Mag. So I'm now on the slip stitch rounds, and I've got to do 64 rows or 64 rounds, and it's taking me a long time. I'm using a 4.5 hook, and this yarn is Ellen's of Calloch Shek Ellen. So my aim is to get this second sock done and take it with me when I go to Glasgow for Glasgow School of Yarn, because I believe she's going to be there, so I can give her the socks in person, even if they are now really late. But I wanted to get them done because now I have the excuse of going to Scotland. So I have one up on the wall on a blocker, so what I will have to do is put this one on a blocker as well, so that they're kind of the same. I'm hoping my tension hasn't changed so much in a space of a year, but I guess we'll see. So what I'm going to do is put on Four-Sided Dive, because I've just uploaded their last episode, which is the Halloween episode. So it is early for Halloween, but that's just the way their scheduling goes, because otherwise it would be after Halloween. And they do a dress up episode, so it's going to be quite funny to put that on. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit and do some more crochet and have some biscuits and just relax for a little bit. Joey is out with the dogs, so he does some dog sitting for someone who's local. He's doing that. He's then going to go Morrison's and get some shopping for us, and I'm going to pick him up from there. And that is today. Tomorrow is Friday, and then Saturday I've not got any plans for tomorrow. And the reason I haven't been on is because Tuesday night I teach crochet at the little yarn hut. I can't remember how many people we had in on Tuesday, but on Wednesday it was packed. We had 10 people in on Wednesday, 2 new beginners, and they're both young girls, so it's really good to see new people coming in. And obviously the younger they are, the more they'll get out of it, I guess. They tend to be a lot quicker actually at getting it, which is really nice. So yeah. So we did that yesterday. I was working on helping I was helping Sam with a Briar Rose pattern, and Marion was looking at a top pattern, I believe, and then Lorraine was there to help us with Glynis, who is a left-hander, and she was working on C2C. So there was quite a lot of C2C blankets actually last night. There was 2 alone on my table, and I think there was at least two on the other table as well. So out of 10 people, 5 people, because Erin had one as well. She was working on one. So there was at least 5 C2C blankets going on. And Neve, who was one of our young girls, she was working on granny squares. So she was doing 2 different styles. I have given them all a pattern of a traditional granny square and what I call a solid granny square. So the baby blanket that I made recently is made with my solid granny square, and it's just really nice to see how quick she's getting it. She's just flying through all of these different stitches and really eager to learn more. So it's been really, really nice seeing her progress and what she wants to work on next. So I'm going to stop rabbiting and actually pick up my crochet hook and do some crochet. And on the weekend, so knitting and stitching show started today. We are all going on Saturday because Stanley of Stanley's Crochet Workshop is doing a Q&A at 2 o'clock on Saturday. So we're all going to support him and just so that he's got some friendly faces and people he knows in the audience as well, so he's not so nervous because he is only 12. But yeah, it's just gonna be a really nice day out. I'm not planning on spending much money either because I don't have much, and I'm going to Glasgow at the end of the month, or near the end of the month, before payday. So I'm trying to keep my cash in reserve for that. And I tend to buy a lot of hand-dyed yarn, and I don't know if there's going to be many stalls there that are hand-dyed, but I tend to buy like gadgets and stuff or accessories and things like that. So yeah, I mean, there's also a cross stitch stand that I really want, because now that I've got this sort of set up here, I could put a cross stitch Lowry stand here and actually sit and finish my cross stitch, because it's on a big frame and it's very awkward to hold it. But I know they're expensive, and yes, I could afford one, but I've got other things on my mind, so we'll see. Generally, like in terms of commercial yarns, I don't buy a lot other than Starcraft and King Cole, and I can get them at my local yarn shop. So unless it's something like James C. Bratt or a chenille type yarn that's thinner than yummy or thicker than yummy, I don't tend to buy much yarn. I usually get like bits of fabric, but I haven't had the sewing machine out in 2 years. I think my husband's used it more than me at home. So, and I still have the fabric that I bought at the last 2 shows that I haven't touched. So I probably shouldn't be buying more, because I need to sort all of that out anyway. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to take you around the knitting and stitching show at the weekend, but that'll probably be its own little vlog, as I've done in the past. There are 24 of us going, I believe, and we're getting a coach this time rather than us all driving up. So it's going to be interesting, and I am going to crochet on the way up and the way back as well. So I'll do a little bit of footage of that too, but I'm going to get on and crochet because I've got a lot to do. It's Friday. Tomorrow I'm heading to the knitting and stitching show. But I wanted to show you how far I have got on the latest Rainforst Retreat shawl. So I have finished the first sort of pattern, as it were. So you have all of the lovely lace bits, then you have this bit here, which is like a little trellis, and then it goes back into the lace bit. So I'm now ready to change colour. So this ended up being one whole ball, and I've got a very long, this was literally what was left. So not an awful lot of the first ball, and then I used the bit that I had left over from what I used on my dress, and I used 5 grams for the first lace row on that bit. So I'm going to jump into the next colour, which is mint. Yeah, I might take it with me. I don't know. I don't have a written pattern. I only have the digital copy. I don't have a printed copy. So I might have to take, I might take my Hexie Cardi actually, the teal version, to the show tomorrow. But yeah, I just wanted to jump on very quickly and show you that, because I am flying away with it now. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with the next colour. Joey bought us some chocolate yesterday, so I'm going to have a little bit of that and put YouTube on and see what's new in my subscriptions, see if there's anything new uploaded I can watch. Joey's not actually home at the moment. He is dog sitting, I believe, so not sure what we're going to have for dinner tonight. He did mention Chinese yesterday, so maybe we'll have Chinese tonight for dinner. Yeah, other than that, that is all I have been doing. Work has been tiring, like really tiring. I think we've all just had a very long week. So, but yeah, so that is the end of week, almost the end of, yeah, the end of week 1 for Vlogtober. Not much really to share with you, but I've got some plans for the weeks coming up, so yeah, we'll see what else the weeks bring for the month of October. And tomorrow's video will go up on its own. It'll be its own little vlog, because that's what I like to do. And that will start off week 2. So I'll see you all again later. Bye.